I used to watch Mike's fights and just be like, oh man, he is the.
I used to watch you on the
he
saucer
is
water
God,
performing.
yo,
and
he
shit.
was
I
like,
used to
yo.
watch you fighting with fucking Eminem.
Man, yeah.
Remember y'all was fighting and shit? That shit
Yeah, we gotta get into all that, brother. So you
fighting with the fucking.
I be watching these podcasts. I be, man, listen, Mike's, man, listen, man, I love Mike, man, for real. Man, this is a fucking legend, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's bring it in.
You want me to bring her in, Mike?
Go for it.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Hotboxin. I'm Eben Britton.
And I'm Mike Tyson.
Mike, we got a great guest today,
Awesome
brother.
guest and a friend too. This is gonna be some hella fun.
None other
interviewing.
than the one and only Benzino.
Man,
What's up, Boston's own brother? What's up, man?
Man, champ, man, it's a pleasure, honor. This is, you know what I'm saying, one of my idols right here. Honestly, and I ain't been the same since you retired. Honestly, to be honest.
Nah, nigga,
Wow.
this is your day to day, man. What is it like? Listen, this is what I was tripping about when I said you was coming up, because I was just not long ago looking at some YouTube shit about Whitey Bozier, right?
Man,
Wow.
And so I'm saying to myself, what kind of motherfucker is this? You know, everybody looks up to him. He's the hell of a nigga. He's the baddest motherfucker in Boston. There's never been a ferocious, savage gangster like him before. And he done told on everybody. He done told on the mob for the cops to get rid of the mob for you
Right.
take over their business. He was amazing. Listen, no gangster's ever done that. Played both sides of the law. It's never been done in the history.
And, I mean, and the crazy
of
thing
squealing.
when they
You know what I mean?
when they found him, they
Crazy.
found him with 30 guns in his wall.
Imagine
and
having
money.
to live like that your whole
They're
life
just terrified.
with your woman and stuff, living like that.
Yeah, that was. I mean, they made like 2-3 movies about him.
Yeah, The Departed was one,
The Departed. Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson played him, and then Johnny Depp played him.
Yeah, and Johnny Depp,
Imagine
that was a good one.
right? What movie was that? With
Black
John-
Mass.
Oh, that's
Mass.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
I remember.
My father had a run-in with Whitey
I know
Bozier.
him and your crew, your father crew
dad.
didn't go well, huh?
Yeah. My dad had a run-in with him. I just remember the story he told me. Was that it was him and his friend Jimmy, God rest Jimmy, and Jimmy was like a bank robber, and I guess him and Jimmy, I don't know if it was over a woman or whatever, but they had some problems, and they was in Southie, and I think they went to Whitey's, the pool hall where Whitey was at, and I just remember my father saying that when they got in there, they had locked the door behind them. But he said that at the time, there was like 3 guys in there. He said Jimmy had bluffed like he had something. And he was like, listen, anybody move, I'm going to give Whitey one in the head, so you unlock that door. And my father said that when they unlocked the door, they just took off, got in the car, and they was shooting, man, shot the car, but they got up out of there. But that was the story with Whitey Bozier.
Man, crazy life, man.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, man, my father, man, big up to Schnapps, man. My father.
Schnapps.
Yeah, my
Schnapps.
hero, you know what I'm saying? No doubt.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Growing up in Boston,
Man.
what was that like?
Well, again, I was my father's son, so my father had a pretty, solid reputation in Boston. You know what I'm saying? He dealt with some real solid guys up there, and I got to see that life at an early age. And I would go visit him in the feds, and he'd give me little notes, and I'd be taking the notes to other Fed joints and passing them off. And I mean, I was young, and he'd have me doing little things out there. So it was like I got kind of exposed to life at an early age, and Boston. What I realized was, it was segregated. Like with Whitey Bozier.
Is it still segregated pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, man. I mean, where Whitey was from is South Boston, and South Boston's pretty predominantly Irish, and then like the North End was predominantly Italian, and then we're in Roxbury and Dorchester and Mattapan. We're in the hood, but it's
100 years ago, Roxbury was all Irish.
right.
Roxbury.
I mean, almost the whole Boston.
yeah. John L. Sullivan came from Roxbury, Massachusetts, first heavyweight champion.
Wow.
Do you know where the term the paddy wagon came from?
Yeah, from cops, right?
It was for Irish. It was
Yeah,
it was for the Irish. They was calling the
Paddy-
cops would
paddy
call
whackers.
them they would call them the paddies. So there was for them.
But they were paddy
Yeah,
whackers.
paddy whackers. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Boston is a trip though, because
Yeah.
I mean, growing up as far as people of color, it's I mean, you really
Must've
couldn't
been
do too much.
tremendously difficult for you.
Racist. Listen,
Yeah.
busing. I remember a lot of times you see.
I always seen on television in Boston when they was busting Roxbury people into
Okay.
the white area. I see it on television.
Yeah.
they're vicious.
You could pull it up
Yeah.
on
Vicious.
YouTube. See, a lot of times when you pull up that stuff, you see the
Roxbury
black and
busting
white.
in the
Yeah.
60s or 50s, right?
No, 70s.
70s?
70s, that shit was in color. See,
Yeah.
that's the whole crazy shit
I
about
know
it, that
what
that it was in color.
Like they were savages. You think these are human
Yes.
beings lost their humanity?
I know. I've seen these. I've seen this.
Savages.
bro, you would get on a bus and you would go into these neighborhoods and they would be little young white kids like this throwing
Fuck
rocks
you.
at the
Fuck
bus.
you,
trying to,
monkey motherfucker.
Like this, like 5 years old, man.
It's so wild because you don't think of, a city like Boston as having that history.
Well, they hide it.
Right.
They hide it.
Boston's one of the most segregated. Boston's an interesting
Yes.
city. I love Boston though.
Yeah. No, I love
Boston's an
Boston.
interesting city. I can't.
It's complicated.
Yeah,
It's a complicated city.
but
Tough.
You can't help but to love it, and you can't help but love the what the people really stand for. Black, white, whatever.
Right.
The
Yeah.
Boston people.
They're
are
hard.
Yeah.
tough people.
Yeah.
Hard, tough people.
And
Yeah,
if they're with you, they die for you and kill for you.
that's real shit.
Yeah.
You know, but they just don't fuck around.
Nah, he's right.
You
And,
just got
then,
one chance to fuck with them.
and another thing is like shit. Like even though Boston might have been racist, like I didn't grow up hating white people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
what's so crazy because again, my father. I met some real heavy Italians and different men. You know what I'm saying? That were so you want to have the same. You want it to be a same playing field for black, white, and everybody. So you see where it's not the same playing field, but it doesn't make you racist. Like what I'm saying. Throughout my whole life, I've always been hooked up somehow. Like even with Dave Mays from The Source. He's a Jewish kid, man, and
Yeah.
was with him all my life. What
So
I mean?
how did you get connected to him? Because he was a Harvard kid, right?
That's how he was going to Harvard. I was in a group, gang banging, doing my thing, and we had a group called the Almighty RSO, and we was wild as fuck.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler's from Boston.
Brockton. He's like about a good
Marvelous,
half hour away.
the
Marvin Hagler.
marvelous one.
Rocky Marciano.
Yeah, Marciano's from Brockton too.
Same thing. Yeah, Marciano.
Tough town, man.
Yeah, man. Tough town.
Brockton blockbuster.
Brockton. Yeah. There's a few champions in Brockton. Yeah. A lot of boxing.
So was that your introduction?
We got light, Mike.
Yeah, man.
Look at that. Look at that.
The
We got light,
lighters.
Mike. This is crazy.
The lighters evaporate.
I'm just crazy as hell. Here I am doing. I used to watch Mike's fights and just be like, "Oh man, he is the."
I used to watch you on the
He
Source
is
Awards
God,
performing
yo.
and
He
shit.
was
I
like,
used to
yo.
watch you fighting with fucking Eminem, nigga.
Man, yeah, oh, man.
Remember y'all was fighting and shit? That shit
Yeah, we
was
got to get into all that,
crazy.
brother. So you
Fighting with the fucking...
I be watching these podcasts. I be man. Listen, man. I love Mike, man. For real, man.
He's the
Mike,
man.
you don't understand how, like, for real, like, you don't understand, like, you're like, you probably know, but man, dudes from the hood. If there was no Mike Tyson, I don't know how dudes from the hood would really get that motivation, man, because you've motivated so many guys just to be something, to watch how you just went about your business. You didn't talk too much, man. You wasn't with all that rah-rah. You just go up in there. And I know, what I'm saying? I don't think I've ever seen anybody with a more lethal uppercut. Like you could just be right here. Like punch don't even got to come from here. It's just here. And
I was just a young
I think he
kid.
still
3
does
inches
that.
and just...
I just
Could
wanted
still
to
do
do
it.
well, I wanted to make my mentor real happy. I was one of those guys that my mentor adopted me, and my whole purpose was just to make him happy.
Man.
And made him happy was knocking people out. And that's what I wanted
to the
do.
best of your ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The quickest I can, too.
He looked like a great, honestly, he looked like from the documentaries and everything, like Cuz the Model looked like a great man.
Oh, he
honestly,
was
man.
incredible.
His wife.
He was
for
incredible.
years.
He was, he has had so many morals. His morals to a flaw,
Man.
We got the painting of him, man.
Man.
Somebody this artist who loves
Sits
the
right,
podcast.
right behind him.
Yeah, bro.
That's big, man. No,
Sick,
that's big.
right? Amazing.
I've been to the Catskills. I actually recorded some music up in the Catskills.
Yeah.
Went up there,
The Boston's not far from the Catskills. Really.
not too far at all. You just go straight 90.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got some strippers from Sue's Rendezvous, shot a video up there.
So we used to go to Holyoke, Massachusetts, and
Catskills.
box when we were kids. We used to go
Oh,
to
Holyoke.
Springfield, Massachusetts.
Wow, Springfield,
And for the
yeah.
regionals, and then if you win the regionals, you go to Boston to fight for the finals. And then I won the Boston Golden Gloves and stuff.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I won the Boston Golden Gloves.
I didn't know that.
When I first started in the amateurs, I had to get knocked out to learn too. It happens to everybody. If you make that mistake, I don't care if you're the strongest man in the world. If you make that mistake,
But you never got knocked out the way you knocked knocked out people.
No, but a knockout's a knockout. You know, you made a mistake and you got and it cost you. That's what it's all about. Not about being knocked out.
Right.
You made that mistake and it cost you.
Man,
What was
some cost more than others, cause
Yeah.
man, boy.
what was a knockout that you really remember, Mike, when you got knocked out?
When you got knocked out.
Man, I got knocked shit all of them. You know,
Really?
all of them. Yeah. Well, I was never unconscious and stuff.
Yeah.
But I
No.
remember all of them. Yeah.
That
What
was
would happen? You just stars and then you
Listen,
pop up.
This is interesting. You never know what happens. Going to happen. Some guys, the boxing, right? Boom, 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 and they're knocked
Right,
out.
right.
They're knocked out.
Yeah, they're out.
But they fight.
Wow,
Knocked out.
really?
He's knocked out.
Yeah.
The guy blows go for it. Knocked out. He's got hit with a boom, and that's just he's out. But just the fucking.
It's like a chicken. After you
Yeah,
chop off
yeah,
the head, they still
punch.
run around.
Yeah.
That same, it's the nerves.
The guy boom, 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 boom.
It's like he's
Crazy.
he's sleeping, but his
body-
nerves and his
the nerves are
is
still
still going.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Some guys are fighting, still fighting. They don't even know where they're. Boom,
You're just all nervous system.
Have you ever been worried or scared when you knock somebody out? Like, damn, like, is he all right? Like, have
They
you ever,
killed that guy?
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you hit a guy and you don't feel it,
Yeah.
like you missed him, and oh shit,
Yeah.
that's bad one.
Yeah.
Those are bad.
Yeah.
Those are bad. That's just the cleanest one right through. Boom. Out cold, snoring. Sometimes they snore.
They snore.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen.
Man.
Put him to sleep.
Some the legs, it's just crazy.
Yeah, their hands lock up.
Sometimes you hit a guy, and he's conscious. Everything's cool with him. He's not hurt, but his legs are all
Yeah.
over. He can't stop his legs.
I've
from
seen
moving.
that a few times.
He's
Yeah.
cool. Everything's good. Oh, he's like, fuck. Oh,
He's doing the Macarena.
yeah, he's doing the
Yeah,
dance.
he's doing,
he
you know
can't
what I'm
stop.
saying?
Doing the Mac.
He's
Like,
doing the,
fuck. He's like, fuck. The legs
Doing
can't
the-
hold up. He's like, fuck.
Yeah, I've
not the
seen
Mac,
that.
what's the machata? Yes,
Yeah. I've
You
seen
just
that.
you just don't know, because the body's not meant. This is what human beings do. Our hands are not meant for hitting. That's why they always break. Our body's not meant to be beat on.
Right.
That's how it's so easy for us to be brain damaged, detached retina and stuff, because our body's not made for that
for that,
stuff.
right.
It's amazing that some of our parts stay together the way we get hit, like
Yeah.
in football and stuff, that we still have our jawbone and stuff stays in our
It's
fucking.
fucking- it's a miracle.
unbelievable. Our
Yeah.
jawbone stays in our fucking jaw. It's just a little fucking
Right.
thin fucking piece that keeps it together. I can't believe it's not going when somebody hit it.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Did you have a doctor that you always worked with?
Yes,
Yeah.
always a doctor in my corner. Keep a doctor in my corner for my cuts, anything. Always try the best to have the best health as possible. Because this is a funny business. You see a guy get beat the hell all his life for 20 years, get bashed all his life. Every fight is a bash. And then he's really articulate and talking well 20 years later. And then you get a guy that got hit one fight, maybe got hit 2 or 3 good times, and he's talking funny.
Good dementia.
Got you.
You know, it's just you don't
Gotcha.
know how these people work. You don't know how life is. You don't know how people are structured, how their soul is structured, their body is structured. We're all different.
Yeah.
And that's what's strange.
Yeah, that's
Really
real.
strange.
In every way. Some of us, well, you know, from, let's say, 1 million years ago, some of us are descendants from hybrid species from mating with mongoloids and some other body, and that's
Right.
how we form and stuff.
Right,
know?
got you.
And we're built differently. They were structured differently, so I guess we're deformedly structured, even though we think we look perfect, you know?
Who out of anybody that you hit kept hitting was like, damn, he ain't went down after I hit him like,
Yeah.
woo!
What was
Like,
your
shit,
hardest? What was your
damn,
hardest
like,
fight?
you know what I'm saying?
Fucking Ray the Rudder, Holyfield, shit. Jesse Ferguson, man, God, you gotta shoot these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
man.
So who's the one that you hit was like, God damn, he ain't went down yet.
Fucking Holyfield.
Holyfield,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster.
So is that not everybody can take the same punch too? Is that different? Is that all different? It's not like, or is it like if you hit somebody in that same spot everywhere, they're all going down?
No, listen, human beings and human spirits are amazing, right? If you just look, if you fighting with a guy and we're in this fight, and you fuck this motherfucker, I know he's great, but fuck, we're gonna fight. So he's hitting you with some good shots, but you just resisting because you're in your mind, fuck, because you set your mind, this is what it's gonna be.
Right.
We're gonna fight. I ain't going down from his first pound. I'm gonna fuck it as Mike Tyson, and we're fighting. You know what I mean? And he's anticipating these punches. He's anticipating these hard punches hitting him.
right.
It's in his mind, so they hit him. Boom. It's not as hard as he thought they were. I was right, so he's fighting back.
Right.
And then he gets hit with a punch that he doesn't see. Boom. He's out cold. It's all about not seeing the punch. Tricking the guy where he don't see the punch. Like, you go, boom, and you hit him with that punch. Anybody could take a punch. Oh, yeah, you tough. Boom. If he see it coming, boom, he could take it. Boom, he could take it. It's all about having fake this one, boom, and hit him that way. It's all about tricking him.
Who tactically did you watch coming up? Tactically, like
Roberto
looking at
Duran.
Duran. Yeah, man. My
Sugar Ray Leonard.
my father
Marvin
loves
Hagler.
Duran.
Fuck.
Yeah. Tactically.
Shit. But yeah, Duran's a mean motherfucker tactically. Yeah, his tactic game is a motherfucker. It's beautiful. It's the hair. His hair start moving. He shakes his hair. The face, boom. His hair move. Put in your face. Boom, boom. He hits you. Oh, it's a master dancer. It's in his prime. It's beautiful.
That's amazing.
Chavez went 90 undefeated.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's imagine if he retired then.
Right.
It's crazy.
Imagine if he retired at 60
fights.
fights.
Right.
Undefeated. He had 90. How can anybody even really? I don't know why egos get big, but when we come down to reality and we look at ourselves in the mirror and we say, wow, what he did is amazing, incredible. I'll never see it again in my life.
Right.
You'll never see it. I won't see it again in my life.
90.
Yeah.
Alexis Arguello had like 100-something wins
Yeah,
too.
but not straight.
Fighters.
Right.
Right.
This thing had 90 straight wins.
Yeah, I mean, they don't do that anymore.
No, I won't see it in my life. You won't see it in my life. Listen, they don't
That's
do that
incredible.
no more.
He doesn't get the credit for that
They
either.
don't do that no more. He fought anybody, named him, anybody.
He was a
Name
problem, man.
Anybody.
He was a problem.
Maybe they could do that in AI.
Excuse me?
Maybe they could do that with the artificial
Yeah.
intelligence.
Oh, Chavez fight Duran?
Yeah.
But listen, peep game, right? Imagine how advanced we were when we didn't have a telephone, cell phone, and we had to remember all the numbers in our head. Remember?
And remember how to
Remember
get
all
somewhere.
the numbers we had in our head?
Yeah.
We had
All
to get
those
lost.
numbers.
And remember how we found places?
Yeah.
We didn't ask directions. We just got lost.
Found
and we
it.
found places. You
Found
remember
the
that?
shit.
We get lost and say,
On
"Who lives
instincts.
here? What the fuck is that? Yeah.
You gotta
I've been
do
here
that.
before.
You got to
That's
do
how
that
we
in
did
case
that.
you get locked up because you ain't going to have your phone. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of times you get locked up now, you don't know nobody's number. Who you going to call? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but listen, it just works out. Even if you're in prison, things work out for the best. Even when you think it's your worst, next thing you know, I'm out of my cell. How did I get out of my cell? Yes, from crazy. Somebody might say, hey, you need this telephone call. You need to go to your social worker. You know, it's not as bad as we all think it is. And then when it does get bad, God prepares us in the handling anything. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Man, the champ.
It's all about
Yeah.
not giving up in life. You know, sometimes things are bad, but sometimes we just got to endure shit.
Yeah.
You ever going to run for office?
Never,
run for
nigga. I got too many fucking cases and...
Motherfuckers would vote for you in a heartbeat, yo.
I
In a
know.
Fucking
He'd
heartbeat,
definitely
man.
win the popular
Fuck
vote.
that, man.
There's
In
no
a
doubt
heartbeat,
about
man.
it.
Any electoral shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So what is Boston
Dude.
about now? What's happening out there?
I mean, Boston's
New
still,
people, huh?
You know,
People you never saw before.
But
huh?
the problem with Boston is like the powers that be kind of suppress the culture. So this, you know, they don't. You know what I mean? It's not.
They
It's not
feel
like
like
it used to be.
strictly white town.
Yeah, man, you can't really. But you got to be sports up there. When it comes to hip hop, see, I had to get up out. I had a hard time up there. You know, if I would have stayed up there, I would have did 100 years or got killed either.
Oh, isn't that
Mm.
horrible?
There was no question, man. Like it was just, but it's hard being in a big city and you know everybody knows you and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because look, it's not that hard for the police just to watch you and you know what I'm saying and try to mess with you. And that's what was happening with me. You know, we had a rap group, but we was in the streets and the police gang force. I'm talking. We was on Tommy Boy Records and
Yeah. Did you know God?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, you knew him.
Yeah.
Well, that nigga.
did a little
I
business
remember,
with God.
Yeah, I remember God from New York. God was from
Did a
New
little business.
York.
You know that movie? You know the
I don't
movie,
think
right?
I met God, but I remember my friends knew God.
You know the
He told
movie
me
that they
about
made
God.
made about him, right? That was In Too
Yeah,
Deep.
With LL,
LL, yeah, a
was
lot of
here
people didn't
the
know
other
that.
day. Yeah, that was about God.
But they didn't shoot that in Boston though. They shot it in like Ohio. So that's what I'm saying. Like they don't let like that could have been cool for Boston for
Yeah.
the people, get some some roles and everything,
Yeah.
but everything gets
Yeah,
taken
this
out.
guy from New York went up there and the mentality egotistical guy said, "I'm God. My name is God."
He went up there, took over a project, and
G.O.D.
started doing his thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my name
God.
is God.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He
Imagine
wrote a
that-
book. He
imagine
wrote a
that
book.
Ego, fuck, nigga, that ego's a motherfucker. My name is God.
There was another dude named God in Tucson who owned a bar called the Meat Rack.
Tell me, what was that about?
It was a fucking crazy bar in Tucson.
Tucson.
They had a sex room in the back.
Listen,
He had he would give people a fucking brand, his face on people's asses for lifetime 50-cent drinks, 50-cent beers.
I always went to that trip. I want to be God. Then I took that fucking toad, and I realized God is inconceivable. We can't even fathom being God.
I know.
man.
God won't even speak to us. He won't even hear our calls. God don't even need us. Matter of fact, if all of us died, God would be happy because the world would flourish. You know?
That's deep.
We kill the world. You know, we got a fucking gas tank. We drink for our fucking oils. We kill the fucking ice caps over there.
I seen them same things that go like this coming up the hills. Where's that? When we pumped there,
Over
they've been there
La
for years,
Cienega.
man. Was it Ladere Heights?
Yes.
Man, there can't be no more oil in them motherfucker over
I
there,
know,
man.
they're
Why
still
don't they get them
pumping
shits
those
up out of there?
I don't know,
What the
man.
fuck is coming out of that motherfucker?
The earth produces it. It's
Yeah.
like taking a shit and pissing. It comes out of the earth.
That shit look dry over there.
I'm sure they're still getting something
Think
out
so?
of that, dude.
Listen,
You would not
be
believe
honest, be honest,
some
be
of
honest.
the
Listen,
stories.
let's be honest, right? And this is, we don't know. When it first hits oil and it guthers up and it stands, how do we know if it's dried out or not? We don't know if it's dried out.
Man, it just looks like nothing comes from. I mean, it just the area just.
They
look like,
listen. They wouldn't be there if they weren't getting no money. They gotta be.
think
Getting, They
so?
wouldn't be there. These people are not stupid. They're not gonna be there if they're not getting no money.
Yeah.
Wasting manpower, wasting energy. They don't want to waste money. They want to make money.
Yeah.
Man, boy, I
I
need
mean,
to get me
there's
one
a
of them.
Chevron refinery right across the street.
I seen that. I seen
A lot of
Chevron
oil around
employees.
here.
I seen
I'm
that.
telling
Seen
I'm
that.
letting
Yeah. Running the
Big
source.
time.
What was this like?
I love that when
Man.
y'all did that. You guys put me on the cover when I came home too.
That's
Man.
so dope.
Serious cover.
Yeah,
look at
look.
Mike.
Great cover.
The
bro.
rebirth of Mike
Serious cover.
Tyson.
Come on, man.
Wow, dude.
You had got out. You had, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the time you.
I'm not good. I'm not bad. I'm just trying to survive in this world, baby. It's tough out in this
So
motherfucker.
good, man.
Look at that, huh?
Amazing.
Source, baby. Before the internet.
Yeah, ain't that some bullshit?
Yeah.
Before the internet.
What is the source now? Is it still a mag?
It's still out there. It has new owners. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it'll never have the.
Yeah.
Though
It was
that was
really,
just the time, man. That
yeah.
was, you know, for us, that was like the Wolf of Wall Street meets. I mean, I was just like, you know, like Mike said, like I was just, you know, like I was a street nigga who just, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know about all that
You
money,
all
man.
were.
It was so much money coming in, and I was doing amazing shit. Like
That's
it was out of
crazy.
control, man. I was out of
And
control.
you were
man.
young.
Yeah, I ran through
How old?
millions, man. I was
20s?
in the 20s, and then, you know, shit, you know, I brought my whole team with me. So I used to be at the Beverly Hills Hotel in that bungalow in the back. I didn't want to leave.
Wow.
I would stay there for months,
Yeah,
running up a couple
I bet.
$100,000
I
bills,
bet,
man.
dude.
I mean, it was, you know, like he said, a lot of women, a lot of drugs, a lot of crazy shit, man. But it was, you know,
Listen, nigga, that's the way it was.
Yeah.
Listen, what's that guy, Scott Coker?
Coker?
right? He's
The Bellator guy?
Yeah, so we're in K1 at the time. So this guy takes me and he fucking he puts me up in the hotel on Wilshire Boulevard. What's that? The Beverly Wilshire?
Uh-huh.
Right across the street from Rodeo?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm up
Yeah.
there for like a year and a half. I'm up there like a year and a half, right?
Whoa,
I don't know
bro.
what I got the
Couple
big
$1 million
fucking suite.
bill, yo.
I'm ordering food. I'm
Oh,
walking
fuck.
downstairs in my underwear and my
That's sick.
robe.
Bathrobe,
and then
yeah,
I'm crossing the street
Yeah,
where the
yeah,
cars are parked
yeah.
to get in the other hotel
Yeah.
to get there where I can eat my food. Mr. Tyson, how are you doing? And how are you doing, Mr. Tyson?
That's
And I mean, I
fucking
got a
sick.
fucking robe. I'm fucked up. This guy's
Fucking
paying all
ballin'.
this money because now I got to go to Thailand with him. Now I got to go here. I said, well, you're
Oh.
fucking, I'm on a cocaine bin like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
You know,
Oh,
brother.
man.
I
I'm living the fucking life.
I know
man.
exactly what he's talking about.
I'm living
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
fucking
man.
life.
Yeah.
Imagine having all the cocaine you want and you got all the money you want. You almost feel like you're gonna die and go
Yeah.
to heaven. Fuck! Oh shit! Oh
Insane.
shit!
Yo,
That's insane.
I've been there, yo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I know,
Fuck.
yeah, like real talk, man. Like it was
That's
a fucking trip,
insane.
Fuck!
man.
Life, I'm
Fuck.
dying.
Yeah,
What a fucking trip, dude.
yeah,
Oh
man.
shit!
I remember one time I was at the Beverly Hills, and this, you know, and I ain't, you know, I remember I was with Ja Rule. I think I was opening up for him or something or whatever. So, couple of beans. And I never really took ecstasy like that and shit. So I grabbed one. This ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
so
I did.
I'm calling over a girl. You know what I'm saying? To come on over. So I took another one. I must have took like I was like I don't feel shit. So I called. I'm like, yo,
I said
these
the same
this
thing.
shit is whack. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
no.
This ain't nothing. I said I'm getting ready. Then so I took like about 6 of them. So.
Oh, no.
So look,
Start
right?
sweating.
So look, right? I started going crazy. Then I couldn't, my fucking jaw couldn't so then right all of a sudden I couldn't move. So I was in the bed and I couldn't get to the phone. So I'm trying to get to the phone. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm getting scared at this point, right? So I get the cord of the phone. I'm in the Beverly Hills fucking, the bungalow and shit. So I get the cord and I pull it over and I'm trying to dial this shit, man. It took me like a half an hour. I finally get it. And I remember BJ and so I was like, yo, y'all gotta come here. I said, I'm a die. I couldn't. They came out. I just remember them they just went and got a whole bunch of cold towels and shit and put them on me in the bed and shit. So like 3 days, I'll never do that shit again. Like, you know, coke, I sniff coke. Where just like he said, coke. See, with coke, you think you gonna fuck. I'm getting ready, but the more you take it, the more you ain't fucking. Like, you're right there. Like, in your mind, you ready to beat shit down, but the more coke you take, hell no, your dick is like, no.
Fuck, get me away from that pussy. The dick is like, get me away,
get me away. The girls is like, yo, there's only so much. I want some dick. Like,
and I'm like, it's only 1 minute. Don't go nowhere. Chill the fuck out. Let's wait. It's gonna be all right.
It's all right, though. That's life.
It's all good.
Life is good, and you
learn.
With me.
You'll never do ecstasy again.
I mean, just in general with the whole drug culture. Like when I grew up, you know, I'll be 54 in July. And when I grew up, you know what I'm saying? It was everything. For every drug that came on the block, what's this? We trying this. Heroin, we sniffing heroin. What's crack? What's this new shit? Black beauties, Quaaludes. I mean, that's what it was back then. It was like you selling them, and then it's like, oh, let's try it. Most drugs ain't for everybody, so like you pick and choose your poison. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, you know, drugs ravaged our communities. We get it, but it's something that we have to deal with, like in our culture. And you know, with drugs, just like with money and everything else, like I was oblivious to this shit. Once we had the source and all this money, everything was coming fast, and I just was like, fuck it. I thought this was, like I said, it was like Wolf of Wall Street. Like,
well, it's an interesting.
You think this shit's never gonna end?
It's an interesting thing that Mike's brought up. You know, since the beginning of time, there has been the phenomenon of human beings taking substances to try to feel some certain way, you know. And so, you know, it's just continued and perpetuated. A lot of
sexual, because it's not, I mean, you have people who do drugs who just do drugs and that.
Absolutely.
I see people who do drugs and just actually can just function. It's hard. I think the drug thing is what a sexual thing comes in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with some people,
I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean, for sure. You know, absolutely.
Why I was told the reason why when you when we get high, like a heroin, when we get high, we want to fuck. You know why? Because our brain tells us we're dying and we have to mate.
That's interesting.
That's why when we use those coke.
Is that?
Hold on, say that again. I want to make sure I heard.
Is there research? Do you know that, or is that your theory?
No.
That we're getting ready to die, so we want to mate, or we
it makes sense.
Or we want to mate or get a nut.
No, we're getting ready to die, so we need to
spread our seed.
That's what I think. Listen, we're just we don't understand. We think we're driving this ship. We think that we're guiding our ship.
Right.
That we're doing. We really think that we're doing it, but it's always designed. If it wasn't designed for us to be here, we'd be dead by now.
No, well, I'm saying
everything's designed for us. We think that we're controlling me talking to you right now, me talking to him. I think that I'm smart and I'm telling you, listen, this is just the moment. But yes,
this is the play.
Yeah, I'm designed.
This was already the script was already.
It's already here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think like, see, what the sex thing is, I always thought like, if we wasn't ever to have pleasure having sex, I think the world would be different. If pleasure, and you know what I mean, if the pleasure didn't come along with sex, then everything would be different.
Well, it's interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Because listen, let me tell you, you know why? If a tiger, if a tiger doesn't, if he see the female tiger out of season, they're gonna fight to the death.
They're gonna kill each other.
In season, they're gonna make love. But out of season, they fight to the death. You see the tiger.
They're not supposed to be around each other.
Doesn't keep no baby when he hangs out alone. If he has a baby, if he see a baby,
he'll kill it.
Right.
I run this town. Nobody, I don't want to share with nobody, not even my family.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
Wow.
I see that bitch outside of breeding season. She's dead. What you doing on my territory, ho?
It's interesting.
That's how a tiger thinks.
It's crazy.
Wow. That's
crazy.
Crazy, yo.
Well, human beings and dolphins, I think, are the only two species that experience pleasure with sex.
Really?
Get the fuck out of here.
That's some truth, dog.
Monkey has to. There has to be a breed of monkey. Monkey is a one
Yes.
breed of monkey. Because there's one breed of
Yes.
monkey. 'Cause every other monkey
Nah, I
has a
seen some
season.
dogs and they was smiling when
Yeah.
they was humping them.
I know,
I
it
see
always
some dogs
looks-
actually smile, real
Absolutely.
talk, when they was fucking
Absolutely. I've
like
seen
smile,
that.
big
I've
ass
seen
smile
that
on them.
myself. I've seen that
dogs
myself.
have pleasure.
Listen,
for
most,
real.
I've seen that myself.
What I'm trying to explain is that most animals is not species of animals. If not 99% of them have a certain season when they fuck.
Yeah.
You know, ants, but we have a certain season. Human beings, and I think there's one particular kind of monkey
Yes.
that doesn't have a fucking
Bonobos?
season. Just fucking
Wow.
fuck. Hi.
Yeah.
I'm cold.
Right.
Just like human beings.
Yeah.
Have no reason to fucking it's fuck.
Yeah, it's a particular species.
Yeah.
And the females are very sexually
Yeah,
oriented.
we're the only species that does that. You know?
I mean, but it's hard now though. You know, now I mean, like, you know, it's just like it's just everywhere now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as now, I won't even say temptation, but as far as like the attraction of a female attraction, sexual, we're more of a sexual world now than ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think like, you know, it's something that we're still figuring out as a species. You know, as
Well,
a
you-
species of humans, we're still trying to figure this sex thing out. I think that's part of the
Well,
part
you-
of our issue. Like, we still, as a civilization, haven't figured out this whole control of yourself in sex.
yeah.
You know,
Look
Oh,
like
yeah,
this.
that's-
Check
you know
this
what
out,
I'm saying?
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Human beings and animals probably too had did anything sexually you could do with a human being and an animal. You can't imagine anything that hasn't been done to a human being and an animal sexually. So what's the next level of sex? It's probably not having sex.
probably not having sex. It's to master
have-
yourself,
or have it-
to not have it. To
Have
master
it-
yourself,
Have it emotionally between one another without having physical act.
yeah, to master that. To master that strength of, you know, to see something more in a person, you know what I'm saying? Or something more, because sex just, man, especially being young, sex just, it just, you know, that's why women is, you know, so, you know, they be upset because
fucks
they just
something up.
looked at it, you just, you know, when you're looked upon as a sexual object all your life, you know what I'm saying? It's
Well, yeah.
hard to communicate. So
No, because people use that for their power too, so we can't look at it from that perspective. Everybody can use that to get money. They use it to
Oh,
get
they definitely use it for
attention,
their power.
You know what I mean? But how do we
Shit,
use
they
it?
use it for their power on me.
respectfully? How do we
The
use
powers
it
fuck me
in a
up.
perspective and where it's done? It's just no way to think about it.
Like you said, don't have sex. I think
Yeah.
don't have sex. Like, of course you have sex, but just kind of go deeper than the sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Go deeper in a person than the sex.
Yeah. I mean, you just come to a place, I think, where you realize that the physical act of sex is, you know, unless it's with a person who you connect with on that emotional level, it's sort of a trivial experience in your life.
Right.
It's
you
really
know?
something real complex too, because sex is
It's
something
complex.
that doesn't have to be
It's
taught.
complex.
You know to do it.
Yes, it's primal.
Yeah.
And it's a
the
lot. And it's a lot.
lowest-
And it's a lot of
Not
fantasy.
the lowest, but
It's
it's
a lot
the,
of fantasy. It's a lot of pre-thinking. It's a lot of you already. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's more. It's more subconscious than it is actually having it, because, you know, that's where porn comes in, and that's where, you know what I'm saying, because
Right.
because you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ever
Yeah.
you ever been with a chick and thought about someone else because she just, you know what I'm saying, thought about someone else? Like, you ever did that?
No, I had sex with a girl and I know whether I won or lost.
What you mean?
Like I know, well, I can't handle her.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
What?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Holy shit. That's crazy. Me, it's like I don't know, I don't want to call it a sexual addiction. You know, I want to call it that, but it's just like, you know, I just have an appreciation for beauty. So I see beauty in everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't have a type, like, because I'll see beauty in something. And nowadays, I just want a nice person at this point in my life. Like, I just was looking at, I made the mistake of looking at women as objects and try to think that, you know, that I'm going to really be able to find someone, you know, like I was just fooling myself. You know, you can't look at women as objects and think you're going to be loved the proper way or give
Right.
love the proper way. So it's only, you know what I'm saying, it took me a while to realize this, man. You know what I'm saying, that it really is about, You know what I'm saying? It took me a while. And you could say, yeah, okay, of course, after all these years of, but nah, I mean, listen, you know what I'm saying? As long as you figure it out, because then I can pass it to my sons. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it's not all about the sex. Like now that it hasn't been like that, you can really dig deep into somebody. Because with me, in looking at somebody, man, you want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? And then that becomes priority, and that takes over everything.
Yeah.
And then when they leave you, all you thinking of is, man, somebody's gonna be fucking my pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything revolves around the pussy. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know what I'm saying? So I know what you're saying. I had to check myself to really, like, if I'm ever gonna really be in love or give the proper love to a proper woman, I have to not look at her as a sexual object.
Absolutely.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
It'll never work on any other way.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of men are dealing with that right now. You know, I think a lot of men have that struggle, you know, because, you know, it's culturally, it's just sort of we've been brainwashed into this, into these roles in our genders, you know, men and women, you know, so
relationships and our growth with one another. Because, you know, you think about when you first met her and you guys are making passionate love and you appear to be overwhelming and passionate. Oh, God damn, baby, don't, daddy, stop. And then eventually you're not the same no. Keep it coming. You don't do that no more. You know?
Have you ever had sex with a woman and just, okay, you know, you just met her and you had sex and you just, I love you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
10 minutes. Just met her 20 minutes. I met somebody.
Doubt about it.
I met somebody 20 minutes. I've been with her for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met her for 20 minutes in my limo, and we hung out for 6 years.
Wow, dude.
I envy that too, man. I see y'all happy, and that's amazing.
Oh, well, we've been through a lot. Yeah, we've been through a lot.
But y'all stuck together. That's beautiful.
There's been a lot of girls like that I've met, and we've been together for years. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just on the first wing thing. Nobody introduced us to anything.
So let's just dissect that for a minute.
Yeah.
You meet a person, you having sex with her, and you say, I love you to her while you're having sex. You looking her in the eyes, okay? Now, to you, you're saying that from a place of the sex. To her, she's hearing that, she's like, whoa, it's affecting her different. So now, you understand what I'm saying?
No,
because women are more emotional.
From that perspective, you got to find out who they are first. But from who is she? What has she experienced? Has she been fucking wounded from a deserted father? Has she been molested by her uncle? Who is she when she hears that word? What do you know, where she comes from? It's a deep word to her. Where she comes from? Where do I come from when I say it? Who am I? What kind of guy am I? Right? My mother's a prostitute, my father's a pimp. So me saying that word could be game, or could it be my only real feeling of love?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
that's a lot. You see what he's saying? All those is what is it out of those. So you don't really know. Like, you know that's pleasure, and the pleasure feels so good, and I love you. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love you. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I love you. I will kill for you. I don't want nobody else to touch you. And you just having sex with her. So that just is like, man.
I said that in the car. Don't give nobody this fucking pussy no more. It's mine.
She was like, okay, Mike. It's okay, Mike.
Take her home. If you need this car, stay with you. That's just how it was. We street niggas. We get our women when we grind.
You don't want nobody else to have your pussy, man.
I understand that.
But you got to take that out your head now. See, now you can't do that, especially with social media, because now that'll get you behind. See, my father taught me a few things, and that was one of them. He used to always say the penitentiaries and cemeteries are filled up because of women. He told me that years ago when I was a kid.
But you gotta look at because of men too. A lot of women doing a lot of time because of men. A lot of women getting cut up, got acid thrown in their face over some fucking men.
Yeah, it's true.
Women, listen. Women do more shit for us than we could ever dream of doing for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know I got strung out a couple of times, and I know some people did more shit for me strung out than I could ever imagine doing for them strung out.
Right.
You know, I gotta just leave if that's keeping it real. They do some really bizarre shit. Ooh, even some really nasty stuff for somebody they love.
Hey,
I don't fuck with women love. If she says she love me, either I'm running or some stain. One or the other.
Has love changed from back in the day to now? Has love, the concept, the word, changed from back then? Because because we around the same age, so you know what love was as far as family, a girl, all the different aspects of it. Is it the same love as it is now?
Yeah, and I learned this because love never changes. The feeling of love, what makes us conjure the feelings once we hear that word. We don't know what that word is, but we know what the concept of what it means.
Right.
Why is it love? Why can't it be shit? Why can't it be pussy? Why does it have to be love? What does love mean?
Well, why? Why is it that? Why is it that?
I don't know. Why is it love?
Why is it that?
Why can it be lascivious? Why is it love?
Who got that? Why is it love?
Look and find out why is it love.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the
I'd like
essence
to
of
find
love?
out.
Put the essence
That's a
of
great
it. What is the
question.
essence of it?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what the
Because
essence
when people
of
hear
love.
that word, it's almost life and death.
It is life and
It
death.
causes life
Causes
and
death. It is love. Yeah.
The essence of true love is mutual trust and respect towards one another. Compassionate love is eternal, rare, and enduring. Love is kind, patient, and innocent. It never seeks revenge.
It's like a poem. We got to find a more better definition than that. It got to be something more deeper than that.
Love
That's
is
even
not
a
an
Greek word,
emotion.
but let's go deep where the
Yeah, we got to
Greek word
find
of
deep
love.
where love. Let's feel where love comes from. Like, where does it come from?
Love is a form of a sucker.
Lord knows, sucker for love, nigga.
You
Rick
know,
James, yo.
no, really.
What you mean, really,
Love
nigga?
is a form of love.
believe me.
Being a sucker is a form of love.
Yeah, man.
Being a dick
I've been
is a
there.
form of
Yeah,
love.
yeah, man.
Well, the word love comes from the Middle English word luf,
Love.
derived from the Old English word lufu.
Lufu.
This is akin to Old High German luba, and another Old English word liof, which means deer. So, I mean, that is just a upsetting description of,
All right, go to the,
you
what
know,
is the
the
original meaning
arbitrary
of love?
word.
Go right, what is the original
That's a
meaning
good
of
question.
love? Yeah, what is the original meaning of love? Because it's still kind of vague, yo.
Love is when you choose to be at your best. That's from the HuffPost. Fuck that. I mean, I don't mind
That's
that.
a millennium motherfucker just put
That's
that shit
super
up there.
millennial. I mean, I'm a millennial, but, you
19-year-old
know.
motherfucker put that up there.
Okay, this is pretty good.
This
love,
is deep.
Love is also considered to be a virtue representing human kindness. Now that's
Okay.
you know,
It's the deepest human kindness.
Really?
I like that.
Really?
But think about this, Mike. Helen of Troy.
Yeah.
Wars fought over love.
Pussy,
Many wars.
Pussy. If Helen was involved, it was pussy. Cleopatra, pussy.
Wars have been people have killed for love.
Brutus got killed over pussy.
Listen,
All of them pussy.
We also have to look at see what he's saying. The perception of love.
Right.
We also have to think
I
of
know.
the perception of love.
Right.
It's not necessarily love, but it's perception.
It was the
of
pussy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an obsession.
Listen, no, really, and I don't want people to get mad at me and fucking YouTube attack
Nobody
me.
fuck that.
Listen, right?
no.
Nobody.
No, be honest. You love your wife.
Yes.
Think about loving her without a pussy.
Deep. Shit, I'm about to. Man,
Well, I'll tell you what.
that was deep. That was fucking deep.
I dreamed about my wife when I was 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't meet her till I was 18. We didn't get together till I was 22, 23. And when I think about our relationship and all the shit we've been through, I fucked her up, man, during my time in the NFL.
I know what time that
You know.
is.
I did a lot of damage, and it's a blessing that she's still here,
That's big, bro.
here with me.
For you to say
That's
that's
how-
big.
Yeah.
Give me some.
And that's how I feel.
Thanks, brother.
And I feel that way, you know.
Yeah, I know you do. And hearing
That's how I
and
feel.
seeing,
My wife didn't have a pussy, I would still be with my wife.
yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
she's.
'Cause, being with a woman.
It's like a soul. It's like a soul contract for me. We are spiritually connected beyond this, beyond this realm.
I believe that men have women to assure us to make sure that we're men. We need women to
Absolutely.
make sure that we're men.
And that's, another reason, like, my wife is my perfect yin and yang, dude. Everything that I'm not good at, she's amazing at. She's an Amazon woman, she's hard as fucking nails, but loves me. Does everything for me. Like you were saying, Mike, has done more
fortunate.
for me than I could ever dream of doing for her.
Very fortunate.
I know. And I see that, and, that's why.
And listen,
I'm married,
and I gotta be
you know?
honest, right? If my wife did one thing that of the hundreds of things I've done to her, I wouldn't be with her. Ain't that a motherfucker?
I know, brother.
And my wife, I love my wife, but my wife did to me what I've done to her. I wouldn't love her.
Right.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Well,
be
then maybe that wouldn't be love. Then,
oh.
so maybe love has to do with that. Maybe love has to
Yeah.
understand
That's why I
all
know
these things.
That's why I know
Yeah.
my wife is the shit.
If
It's a lot
if
of
it is a
pain.
deeper connection, then they
Yeah.
wouldn't go
Yeah, I can't believe that. That's why I have to.
because she's not going to want to go.
No.
She's going to hold on to the very last, and then you got to hold on to the very last.
You have to know what I learned. You have to learn. Hey, nigga,
Man, y'all are lucky, man.
you gotta forgive yourself.
Man, y'all making me feel bad over here, man.
No,
Yeah,
brother.
man, shit, man, y'all are
This is
lucky.
everybody's
You know what I'm
journey,
saying?
man. This
Man,
is
because
everybody's
boy, that's the
journey.
type of love I would love. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, for real. Like I've been, I've been searching for that. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Real talk.
Listen,
sometimes it's a motherfucker too, dude.
Of course.
Sometimes you're just in there with the fire-breathing dragon.
No, but I've
you
been
know?
through. It's just that I'm saying when you conquer that, that's what I'm saying. Like you're always gonna go through that, but if she still sticks with you throughout all that, that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
that's the ultimate warrior shit right
Absolutely.
there, man.
Listen, I remember,
Absolutely.
when I was hot doing my thing, I couldn't get turned down. I tell her, girl, please just turn me down, baby. I want your number. Please say no. Please say no, okay? And I still get the number. I was just so arrogant and cocky and shit. If you ever done boxing, kickboxing, or even thought about learning how to box, but you're too busy or just can't get access to a good boxing gym, you definitely need to check out Fight Camp. They provide everything to you to start boxing from home. That means amazing at-home boxing equipment, along with the new boxing and body bag. That's awesome. Workouts released every week. Try Fight Camp for 30 days. If you don't like it and love it, I return your money back. Train like a fighter, man, and turn your sweat into results. Join fightcamp.com/Tyson. Join fightcamp.com/Tyson. I'm in the house. Let's do it.
To be great at something, you got to have the right woman who can allow you to be great at that because it takes a lot
Yeah.
of time and effort and everything.
Absolutely.
And now with social media, they're gonna want their social.
It's
They're gonna want
chaos.
their, it's chaos.
yeah. Oh, it's chaos.
See, I don't know. We don't know what is greatness. You know what greatness is? The definition of greatness has always been in my head. Somebody that could do something that is so tremendously hard with the simplest of ease. That's greatness.
That doesn't have to practice for it.
No, you have to work for it.
Right.
You gotta
Yeah.
do every fucking day, probably 3 times a day to get that
Right.
fucking art down. But you do something that's so difficult with the fucking simplest of ease.
Greatness. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what people get paid for. You knock a motherfucker out in how long? 3 seconds? What? Do it again. What again? Yeah, this is the motherfucker.
Nobody complained about that.
Yeah.
Like people would complain, man. Oh, we want to, everybody couldn't wait to see him knock out. They wanted people wanted Mike to knock him out in 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
paid all that money, knock him out 10 seconds, go home. Just you know what I'm saying? See that shit.
Just stoked.
Yeah, because for real, people don't understand. The people like those fights were really like a minute and less, and it's like minutes. So you paying just for minutes. Every other sport you paying for hour and a half.
And I know
baseball.
you understand, like after the fight,
Minutes.
you get it off, you're in the fucking dressing room now, you're fucking all cool, chill. Like, you thought that fucking shit.
You didn't even break a sweat.
And you go play that shit on the television, nigga. You can play, because the television's in the dressing room. Then rewind that shit, nigga.
You got the highlight going.
Rewind that knockout, nigga. I told you I was going to get that, nigga. Don't, look at that. You be talking shit in the dressing room. Look at that fight.
That's probably the best you feel that whole time, right?
Yeah, but no, it's so weird. It's just weird. After it's all over now, you're another human being.
Yeah.
People are still cheering, but wow,
Yeah.
it's over. It's gone. Now we got.
That's to you, but in people's
it lasts forever.
Forever.
Yeah, but
because it keeps happening.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Once you know what I'm saying, it just keeps happening. Every 3 months, you know what I'm saying? It goes another one. It just stays in your head.
So what?
Like,
What you say? You're 53, right? 54.
50, I'll be 54 in
But
July.
listen, do you ever think to yourself, woman, like we all think to ourselves? Sometimes I'm talking, I'm talking. I may be in my fucking nice house and shit, looking at my fucking big screen, and I say to myself, "Whoa, I'm 53. This shit is almost over."
Nah.
You never said that?
Fuck no.
Fuck. I think
Hell no.
You ever say
no
that?
way. No,
Yeah.
I haven't. I really haven't.
Well, I said, "Whoa, this shit. I ain't gonna.
No.
Ain't gonna be another 54. What
No.
the fuck is gonna happen?"
When I got
What's gonna
done
happen?
playing in the NFL, I woke up one morning and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
I'm 30.
What happened with 15?
What the
15
fuck happened?
Yeah, stop, man.
I felt
Y'all
like
fucking-
yesterday I was in high school.
Man.
You were. You were.
You're never gonna die, man. your mind, like you'll never know it.
Well, physical death. I'm talking about from the physical
But
world.
even you won't even know that. When you go, you're not gonna know it.
No, that's what they say.
my mind is just here and now.
They say it's like when you're coming, you don't
That's
know
a
when
great
you're coming
way to
in,
be,
you don't know
bro.
when you're going.
No, because I've been through so much.
I mean,
man.
that's a great way to
I've been
be.
through so
That's
much.
how you
I've
want to
been through a
live.
lot.
That's
My
when
mind
you're
is like
living.
today.
When you're just in the moment.
I swear to God, I
all
don't worry
the
about
time.
tomorrow, good or bad.
Yeah.
I just deal with today because a lot comes with today.
Yeah.
Bills, issues, kids, situations, this, that, the third, women. Today is what you want to deal with. And then tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And then you want to keep trying to build. Like, I can't, if you start thinking like that, then damn, then that over does set in. Like that over shit. And believe it or not, you start getting, I believe the more you start thinking about old and all that shit, the more you be old. You know?
Yeah.
As long as you can live within your means, just don't go, there's just within your means. You know, you don't have to go without your means. I think my mistakes was just not just living past my means, but just trying to bring everybody, just give everybody. But living past your means, you know, you don't need a big 70 million acre house and it's three of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, for real, like real talk. Like,
Yeah,
because you're not even
absolutely.
going to be in the rooms half the time. So you're gonna have a house where you're not even going to be in the rooms. So it's like you really just got to just, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you know, just have money. You know what I'm saying? Put away, just make sure bills are paid and just understand that whatever you got going that's bringing in money, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that that's going, because if that stops, you're going to have something put away to keep you going if you're used to a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
See, with me, it's just funny with me, man, because I've had millions and I've had nothing and I've had street money. I just never felt it. Like, I've never felt different. I've never felt like, yo, I just would spend it. And then I just never felt different from money. I've had money, didn't have money. It's just, it's the hustle with me. See, I'm just a hustler. So no matter what, I'm going to keep hustling. And I realized growing up, you know, you got to be a people person. And you can't be mean mugging. You can't be, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I had to grow up. And I had to realize that a lot of shit I was doing back then, like, if I'm going to be in this business, that's not the way to be. And you got to check yourself. You got to change yourself in the way you fucking, be, because you're going to be with people who don't know that type of behavior, and it's going to close doors. So, man, I learned a lot. So now, you know, I'm in a great space to where I figured it all out. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so. I wonder, I think, wow, what's going to happen to my family? Cause I'm saying we're coming back from, you know.
You're going to be straight,
I
Mike.
said, wow, I want to stay the way it is. You know?
You're doing great things, man. And it's dope. Like,
Well,
like
that's
she's
up to you,
involved.
man.
Like, you got to invest.
She's
Dope,
involved with
man.
everything. Like when
That's
I did
amazing,
the toad,
man.
I just
She's a
told
beast,
she did the
man.
toad.
That's
So
awesome.
amazing, man. Like,
you're not hip to the toad yet, huh?
nah.
Well,
The
explain
toad.
The toad to him.
The toad is ancient medicine. It's 5-MeO-DMT. You smoke it.
I've heard of that.
You have an ego death.
It goes to the pineal gland and all
Yes.
that. Yeah.
You know more than fuck yeah.
No, I watched the Doors.
Oh yeah.
That
The movie
Yeah.
with Val Kilmer.
They did some of that shit.
Yeah, he was doing.
Oh yeah, he'd
He
do
was-
all that.
he was
He'd
doing
do
all
all
that.
that.
It makes you look
Jim
through a whole
Morrison
another
was
dimension,
plugged
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try that. I do.
Yeah.
I want to try that.
shit.
Yeah, I want to try it. I want to, but I got to be around people that do. So next time
Yeah.
y'all do it, y'all
It's
let me
set
know.
and setting.
And just you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
absolutely, man.
I do want to go to. You know, I've also seen it on TV a couple of times, but it takes you to a different dimension, and I need to go there. I got some things I need
But
to.
listen,
I need
right?
to see.
For
If
sure.
it only lasts for, imagine if that feeling lasts for like an hour. Imagine being in that dimension for an hour. Your spirit is
Well, that's time
traveling.
traveling. I was gonna say
That's
that's
what it
time
is. It's
traveling.
traveling.
That's time traveling.
Yeah.
Listen, in 20 minutes you get 100,000 years of experience in 15 minutes coming at you fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I got. Yeah, I want to. I need to feel that. I need to feel. I'm the type of person that could take that in.
You might go, whoa! Shit!
Nah. I'm gonna. You know what I'm saying? I need to see some shit like that.
I think you'd have a good time.
I'd have a good time. What did you see when you did it?
I haven't done the
All right,
toad,
then
but I've done
listen, you
ain't done the
DMT.
toad.
I've done the step below it. So there's DMT and then there's 5-MeO-DMT.
Yeah, well, I want to do the DMT. I want to do like you do. I want to go.
You want the riverboat ride rather than the
fun.
spaceship.
That's fun.
Yeah, then
Spaceship,
let me work
man.
my way
Yeah,
in.
the
you know,
toad
in
is the
case.
spaceship. You just get on the
Listen,
fucking
nigga,
spaceship
you gonna
and
be
blast
up in
off.
the fucking atmosphere looking
Yeah,
down at
let me
the-
do the first because I got to
Whoa!
The tape.
pull the phone again and be talking like, "Come get me, please." Put cold towels
Dude,
on me.
that sounds so awful, man.
We got to do
What a
it, but
fucked
we got to
up-
do it in the jungle though.
Oh yeah.
You got to like.
Well, I think we should
Apocalypse
take
Now
a
and
little,
shit, bro.
Mike. I think we should take a little retreat down to the Amazon.
Oh, that's good.
That'll be
Listen,
fucking
man, that's
crazy.
gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, I'll be
You
with
know,
you.
but you gotta see,
Be
you gotta think
dope.
like right now. You said you've been through everywhere. You traveled all over the world. You've been with probably every kind of women, beautiful. But then when you take the toll shoot, you have been nowhere. You've seen nothing. You have been with nobody.
Yeah, I need to feel that. That sounds like something that I'm
Find
telling
that-
you.
It shows you how small you are
Yeah, I need that.
compared to the world. You're nothing. You're not even a seed. You're smaller than a fucking seed.
Wow.
It's a trip, man. It changes your perspective, you know.
And you gotta have that.
Yeah, you gotta throughout life. Well, ancient cultures knew this stuff, you know. People start going insane because they get stuck in the same old routine and rigmarole, and their habits take over their life. So ancient cultures knew about the human experience, and they would use these medicines to, you know, get to the next level.
But how did
if
they
you
know
will.
to get the medicine from the toad or the plant? How did they know? Who told them?
Well, in this book called The Cosmic Serpent, this guy spent years with this tribe in the Amazon, and talking to their shamans, they said that the plants teach us these things.
Right.
And for thousands of years, this knowledge has just been passed down. They'll fast from sex, food, even water for a year straight. And they'll just take, every day they'll take DMT. And they're just out in the jungle living off the land for a year. And they're literally, you know, toggling between the spirit realm and the physical realm, you know, and learning all of this information.
Well, I mean, the Indians were doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was,
Every culture had their own thing, you know, whether it was peyote, ayahuasca, the toad, mushrooms.
Opium.
Sure, in China, opium. I
Not
mean,
just you remember. See, a lot of people don't know that they had dens in New York where you know,
Right.
people would go.
for a long time.
Businessmen, everybody go and just sit
Yeah.
there
It's
and,
like in Amsterdam.
and
they
smoke
do in
opium,
Amsterdam.
yo.
You see businessmen
For
and
real.
smoking
Yeah.
opium
smoke
and weed out
opium,
there.
yo.
Well, that's it. That's what's interesting about that Marijuana Tax Act, 1937, because you know, LaGuardia, he was the mayor of
Okay.
New York, Fiorello LaGuardia.
Leo,
What's his name?
And
Fiorello.
Fiorello.
Fiorello. Wow.
little short guy.
Wow.
LaGuardia, and so the 1937 Marijuana Tax Act came down, and he had about 300 hash parlors in New York City. So he was like, when this shit hit, he had, you know, a bunch of angry business owners knocking on his door going, yo, what the fuck? Now our shit's illegal.
Shit.
So he put together a whole board of all the smartest doctors and researchers that he could find, and they put together the LaGuardia report to prove that cannabis was totally safe and a valuable medicine and product. And here we are today, dude, and you've got your own brand.
Yeah.
Look at
It's
that.
fucking, look at that fucking
you.
thing, dude.
Boss Genetics from the guys on there. It's the Benzino OG.
So this is your company, Ben?
Yeah, man, I'm over here, man. And you know, I mean, man, it's a long time coming working with the guys over at Boss Genetics. My man Joey and Jesse, you know,
What's up, Joey and
Joe,
Jess?
you know, and Joe, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, check it out, man. Got some things coming out, you know, a lot of
It's awesome.
fake pens and yeah, man, I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. Finally, I can finally get a strand and finally get my name, you know, OG Cali Buzz, the whole crew. So I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga,
Beautiful packaging.
come
man.
on, nigga. Tell me your name of your stuff, man.
This is
Boss Status.
Boss Status Genetics. This is the Benzino OG Gasolini. Did you know at DuckTales there was a guy named Benzino Gasolini?
Oh my
Yeah, it's a
God.
fucking character. You could Google him.
I
Google
love
him.
that.
Benzino Gasolini on
Benzino?
DuckTales. Gasolini.
I
I love.
He was a
I know
playboy.
that. I know
He was
that.
a fucking playboy. He was a pig, and he was a pig. A fucking playboy pig. Gasolini with an I.
Oh, gasoline.
And then
There
go
it
to
is.
images. There he goes. Look at him. You see him with the scarf over there?
Yeah, he's a player.
Yeah.
man.
Oh my
Benzino
God.
Gasolini, bro.
Oh, nigga.
That's
And he's
dope.
a pig, yo. What
Yeah,
it is.
I don't like that. Like to making the Italian the pig and shit. You know?
How did you-
It has a lot to
That's
do
what
with
you're saying.
stereotype. You know
Right,
what I mean?
that's true, too. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Stereotype shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At that time when they were doing this, that's how they felt about
That's
it.
what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get the name?
Benzino?
Yeah.
Oh man, my you know, my man Trevor, he's locked up, free Trev. But you know, I used to be
Free Trevor,
Yup, yup,
Trevor,
big
Trevor, Trevor,
yup,
Trevor.
yup.
Free Trev.
Yeah, man. Trev is like benching 5 something, man. He's,
Wow.
You know what I'm saying, doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
But,
hurt yourself, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave my name. It went from Ray Dog. I was Ray Dog with the Almighty RSO, and it went to Benzino and shit. Cause I was in the hood and I was little Benzes, yeah. Benzes, the buggy eyed, every Benz, the 300, the 500.
Benzino traveling.
Just stuff. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. What hip hop was you listening to? Was you listening to hip hop when you was fighting for the Olympics? And who do you remember who you was listening to? Old school.
What years?
Who's
that?
80,
who was you listening to?
Wow.
I didn't make the Olympic trials around that time where I was doing. Who was I listening to? I was listening, man, Run DMC. I was listening to the Fat Boys and stuff like that, Slick Rick and these guys.
That's all you listened to was hip hop, or did you listen to disco?
No, I listened to disco, R&B, and some smooth ass fucking rock and roll. I mean, real motherfucking rock and roll is rock and roll. Right.
What would you listen to, Mike? In that realm,
sing it.
You go to Frankie Lyman and all those guys, man. You go to Elvis Presley when he had his fucking fly ass shit, Hound Dog and all his shit.
Yeah,
Elvis
fuck
Presley
yeah.
With the fly pants and shit at his shit.
Did you box to music? Because there wasn't really no headphones, so.
Dope.
Yeah, man, brought you guys a couple of hats,
thank you,
man,
brother.
some Boston joints. You know what I'm saying?
Turn that thing on.
Yeah. I shadowboxed through the music. And we listened to the fucking
So would they bring out a speaker? How did, you know what I'm saying? What was them trying
this is what normally I would bring my boom box.
The boom box, okay.
And I put it in the fucking locker room and I started shadowboxing.
Okay.
Earth, Wind and Fire and all that shit.
Yeah, mixtapes, like cassettes.
Yeah, all type of shit. From Homeboy that made a tape for me and stuff. Everybody had all.
You missed that? You missed cassettes in that whole era, that whole cassette era, you know what I'm saying? Cassette tapes, mixtapes and shit.
No, because it was very. Listen, no.
It's really a fun thing.
It was fun.
Novelty,
right? It was fun, right? But it was always in the way. It had so many of them. When you got you got 300 or 400 fucking cassette tapes.
Yeah, gang of them,
they're in the fucking way.
Yeah, I know.
And you gotta look, and you gotta put them down to find the one you want. You gotta.
I know.
You gotta put them, and then it's my mom said, "Get the fuck out the house" or something. You gotta get them away, throw them away. When you're a kid, you don't give a fuck if you like music.
I remember 8-tracks.
I had that too.
I remember 8-tracks. My father had a war 8-track and a Bill Cosby comedy 8-track. I'd never forget those with the Fat Albert Gang on it. On the 8-track.
I remember when we used to rob the cars, we used to take the 8-tracks. This is what they
fucking 8-tracks, yo.
Did 8-tracks just didn't make it through cassette tapes? Is that what happened? Cassette tapes took over?
Cassettes came after.
You know why? Because the 8-track was too fucking big, clumsy, and bulky.
It was like a videotape.
It was in the cars.
It was like a VHS, right?
And it wasn't reliable. It would be caught and pop a lot. Yeah.
Right, yep.
So it just didn't. It wasn't a good.
But the 8-track covers were lethal, like they're classic. Beautiful. The covers are, oh my God.
It was like the same size of a VCH, right?
Yeah.
My uncles.
It was huge.
My uncles had all these incredible records. I used to love going through that.
33,
the records.
45.
Yeah.
Long playing. You
those
remember
were
long playing joints?
Yeah. Just
God
bring those
damn.
out. Yeah. It's beautiful, man. That's kind of a shame because you don't get that anymore.
Oh,
with
bro.
all the streaming and shit.
Listen, we used to rob, me and my man 2 times, man, used to rob colleges for all their records. We had a 10,000 collection of records.
Wow.
Never the record. I always stole
we
the
would
record
steal
player,
all the colleges, all the college
albums.
albums.
Stole the record player. Always stole the record player. Don't fuck with the record. The record player.
Listen, I was in my grandfather's basement when I was about, man, it probably was like in 77. And To Be Real, and the original Apache, down, you know what I'm saying? Down. And a song called Sex, remember that? Down, Sex. It was the same, it was by the Bongo Brothers, or the Bongo Band. But anyways, that was the first joints I learned how to scratch on. I was in my Uncle Eddie's basement, and he had Bruce Lee posters. He had a CB radio. Remember CB radio? Remember that? I was the Phantom. My father would make me, he was in the Fed, he would make me a belt, like in leather class, like in the Feds, called the Phantom. I remember all that shit, man. For real. I remember that. I'll be remembering a lot, but I remember that. Like, that was like early. Like, I love hip-hop.
That's fun, man.
You ever see Wild Style?
Nah.
Beach Street?
Beach Street, yeah.
Okay.
Beach Street, yeah. Beach Street was my shit.
You fuck with Crazy Legs in them?
Listen, My wife, she's a friend of ours. Her makeup artist married one of the dancers out of Crazy Legs crew.
Okay. Rocksteady. Out of Rocksteady
Out of
crew.
Rocksteady crew. They live in Vegas.
Yeah. Legendary.
That's crazy, dude.
DJing isn't the
they
same.
look, they the B-boys bad dancers.
They was the
Oh,
shit.
they're beautiful.
Yeah, they were
Bunch of
Crazy
Puerto
Legs was
Rican
a fucking problem,
Bunch of Puerto
yo.
Rican guys. They were off the hook.
They had like one. They had one brother there.
Yeah.
I think he was
Listen.
Mr. He spun on his head. I forgot
Listen, right,
Mr. Freeze.
Tell us about the Source Awards, man.
Source Awards.
Tell us, brother. How did it even become? How did it even start? What
Well,
did
you know,
think about it.
Source Magazine, Dave Mays, you know what I'm saying, the whole staff, I mean, 5 mics, legendary shit. It was just right that, you know, because the Grammys was jerking motherfuckers so much back then that figured like, look, man, we need our own, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at that time, I mean, it started really on Yo MTV Raps as just a read-off. That was like the first one. You know what I'm saying? That was like the first Source Awards was a read-off. You know, it wasn't even an award show, but then we did the first one in Madison Square Garden in the theater area. And God rest the dead, Bernie Mac hosted it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The first joint.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Bernie
dope.
Mac hosted that. The lights were fucked up. It was raw though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like it was a lot of iconic moments in the Source Awards, but it was just really a collaborative idea that we just felt like, you know, that's what it needed at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop needed it to be recognized, you know, because like I said, the Grammys really wasn't recognizing hip hop. And hip hop was such a strong strong music, and it was a strong infusion to the culture that it needed something just to represent hip hop. And a lot of times people were really scared to deal with these artists anyways. So we didn't, you know what I'm saying? Mike came to, you know what I'm saying, a few of them.
The artists, the rappers now have become pretty much, what do you call them? Domesticated now compared to the ones in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, then,
Well,
wasn't it the first time people got to see this East Coast West Coast feud?
I mean, that was iconic, but people don't understand, like, you got to, like, you know, even beyond what happened when it happened, when Suge got up and said what he said, and then I look at if you look at those performances, the performances were amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was the first time you got to see really the whole entire Bad Boy crew, like everybody on one stage, and then the whole entire Death Row with everybody on stage together. So just that alone to me was iconic.
I remember watching it.
You know, I mean, the part was that you really thought that at any time it was getting ready to go down. Like I did.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that it was going down because, I mean, they were deep. They were deep from the West Coast, and they were in New York.
It was real, man.
So New York was deep. So I thought it was going down, but I think hip hop. I think hip hop saved it, and I think when Snoop got up there and said what he did, kind of saved it. When he said, he kind of grabbed the mic and was like, "New York ain't got love for," you know what I'm saying? That was a kind of, a lot of people don't understand. That was a kind of a defining moment that he kind of brought the tension down at that moment right there when he grabbed the mic.
Amazing.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like that was yeah. But we got through it. You know what I'm saying? We always had Nation of Islam security. You know.
Wow. Mike, did you ever meet
Big
Biggie?
up to Minister Farrakhan.
Big up to Mr. Farrakhan.
Did you ever meet Biggie?
Yeah, twice.
What was he like?
Very cool.
Yeah.
He's very cool.
It was super chill.
Yeah, and we were talking. He came to my house one day, and I was having a party, and he came to the house, and I said, "Biggie's out there, come in." So we were talking, and he said, because he's from Brooklyn too, so one of his friends named Chinaman was a friend of mine, you know, back in the 70s when we were kids, like 11, 9 years old. We used to fly birds together. And he said, Chinaman told me you fly birds and stuff together. I said, yeah, you know Chinaman? Then we discussed. Then I saw him outside of a club one night. And then all this stuff started happening. I went to prison, then all this stuff started happening.
Oh.
Then by the time I came out, you know, these guys started killing each other.
You still fly birds?
Yeah.
Really? Are you gonna have the bird thing on the ranch so people could actually see it?
That's what they were thinking about doing.
I think that'd be dope. You're
They
gonna
were
have all that
thinking-
open area.
No, listen,
you
they
know?
were thinking about putting some lions and tigers. They were thinking about putting
Sanctuary.
some sanctuary
Beautiful.
out there.
I think it'd be beautiful.
But the bird
man.
thing with him doing it, I think people would want to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you really are the
Absolutely.
only person I've ever even seen on video do, like, period. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I've never seen no one else do that, ever.
What was the movie with
No.
Forrest Whitaker?
I mean, in the movies, I'm
Them
talking
dogs,
about, I'm saying in the
something, right?
movies,
Ghost
I'm
Dog.
saying,
Ghost Dog.
Right, right. But that's the movie. I'm saying,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean? Because I know they do it in Brazil a lot. They do it somewhere else.
I
like,
never saw
in the
pigeons
country.
in Brazil. I was looking
Somewhere
for
is it some country? Maybe it wasn't Brazil, but it's some country that they
like
do
Hawaii
it a lot.
Hawaii do have pigeons. Very few people don't have pigeons. Even like if you go to Like the royal family in England, everybody they have pigeon coops too because they're pigeon racers. It's this big money. Like if you look up South African pigeon racing
Yeah.
in Cape Town, South Africa, it's like $3 million race.
You still got
Yeah.
pigeons?
Oh, I keep them till I die. And
Really?
I'm always have
Wow.
pigeons till I die.
Have you had one? What's the longest ones you've had for? Like
How
one?
long?
How
They
long?
live?
Yeah.
I had a bird 17 years old before.
17 years.
Yeah.
In the wild, they don't live that long.
No.
From what age to what age?
Excuse me?
From what age to what age did was?
I was a little kid. I don't remember. It was 17
17
years. You know
years.
what? He had the band. I didn't raise him, but he had the band. He was marked.
Mm.
You know, at that time.
So is there one now you got that's special? You know.
No. They're all beautiful. They're so awesome. You go in there and say, fuck, I didn't know pigeons look like this.
Yeah.
They're all pedigreed.
And they all know you.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's amazing.
You know.
That's fucking.
Is that
that's
interesting?
That's amazing, man.
I let them out. When you let them out, it's quick because you see them and they're locked up. But you let them out, they go way in the sky. You can hardly see them. They do their stuff. They come back in. They go in the coop and it's a wrap.
So if you and your wife out of Central Park and the pigeons come up, you fuck with the pigeons out there? You?
Listen, this is what I do. If anywhere I'm at in the world, I say, I bet y'all can catch one of those birds.
I figured
And
so.
then they give me some seeds or some corn, throw it, boom, I catch them.
Really?
Yeah, I do it all the time. If I'm in Europe or something, because the pigeons come down.
Right,
some
right.
Food, I grab them all the time.
Wow. The
That's
most
so
I did with
funny.
the pigeons throwing McDonald's French fries in Boston Common when I was
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
They love some fucking French fries, boy.
They love it. They love anything.
All the pigeons
man.
in the world originate from the pigeons in the streets. You know, Darwin took them, like if he saw one street pigeon or something, and he saw it had white in it, one white, he'd grab all the birds with white and breed them together.
Wow.
One bit of- and then they'll turn out, one of them will turn out solid white.
That's a street dove.
Huh? No, it does. The doves and pigeons are two different species.
No, I'm saying street dove. That's a pigeon because
No.
pigeons come from doves come from where? Where do doves come from?
Doves is a species of pigeon.
That's
I
a species of pigeon.
They,
I didn't
but
know
this
that.
is interesting, but if they breed together, the baby comes out sterile.
Huh.
Yeah, the baby can't have babies. The
Interesting.
baby's between a pigeon and a dove.
Charles Darwin did that, huh?
Charles Darwin did so much for pigeons, you know.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
The Galapagos Islands. Galapagos? Yeah, that's where he went to.
They really were used for like to carry messages mainly.
Since the beginning of time, since
time,
ancient
yeah.
Roman times and stuff like that too.
Carry messages.
Crazy.
And then when they started fighting with the Arabs and stuff, the Muslims started training falcons to intercept the pigeons and find that on the
Get the fuck out of here, yo. Hell no. Get out of here.
Yes.
Wow. That's
dope.
nuts, yo.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get somebody. Imagine the pigeon coming in on his regular, you know.
Yeah.
The first time he seen a falcon, like,
That's
yo, what up,
fucking
bro?
nice.
You know,
Sometimes the falcon has to lay. Probably he waits for him, or else he's way in the air. And as he dives on him because it's very difficult to catch a pigeon. He's very agile. Even though the falcon's faster, he's very agile. The pigeon, it's very hard to catch.
so how far can a pigeon go to carry a note?
Ooh, check it out.
Good question.
I did 100 miles easy.
100 miles?
Easy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Easy. 100 is
That's
nothing.
like from Boston to Connecticut.
No,
like,
100
fuck.
Is Boston and New York is nothing to them.
For a pigeon?
Nothing.
To carry a message?
Nothing.
Oh,
that's
man.
no. You bet.
That's hard.
You should do something more like from L.A. to New York. So that'd probably give them a run for their money, nigga. And maybe not even that.
You know other pigeon
Yeah.
people?
Oh yeah, all over the world.
Is that what they call pigeon people? What do you call a pigeon? Is it-
Fanciers or flyers.
Okay, flyers. There
What's
he
it?
goes.
60 miles per hour. 100 miles per hour.
Niggas in the hood loves pigeons, man. Like that. Those are our birds. Those
No,
are our parrots.
Peep
Like,
game.
people-
Peep game.
That's
I'm
all
tell you
we've
something
seen.
about pigeon, right? Know who mess with these pigeons and stuff?
Flights as long as 1,100 miles.
And that's
Damn.
just what's been recorded.
Shit.
That's only been recorded. So that means they go farther.
They go to damn near Colorado from
Yeah,
fucking
some
New
of
York.
them fly
Crazy.
at nighttime. They don't stop. They can see at night. I thought they couldn't see at nighttime.
They can see at
They
nighttime.
can see at night. Yeah.
Amazing.
How many pigeons you got?
Maybe 1,400 now. I always say 2,500, but we got rid of so many. Probably like 1,300, 1,000.
1,300 pigeons. Damn. And they all like basically like they consider their home They consider their home.
Ooh, this is deep for me. Their house costs like 100 G's.
Shit.
Yeah, this is my life. I make sure they're taken care of. They always cleaned every day.
Has the staff ever fucked
Water
up?
cleaned every day. They leave, they go. But normally they're professional pigeon
Man,
flyers.
I'd hate to be the staff that
Most
lose
of- most
one
of
of
them are
Mike's
pro-
pigeons.
no, but most
Yo,
of them are
you tell
professional
him,
pigeon guys. They know what to do.
motherfucker.
I got
You know, the
pigeons.
first fight Mike was ever in was defending a pigeon.
Yeah, somebody
Pigeon.
took my bird and killed it, ripped his head off.
Yeah, I seen that when you still did. Yeah, ripped his head off.
Yeah,
Now look, you know they had to be. You know he was just born bad. Whoever did that,
No,
because
he-
I don't think I was born bad.
No,
you
he
know what I'm saying?
wasn't
Some
born-
niggas are born bad.
No,
like
listen,
if
right?
you just gonna rip a fucking pigeon's head off,
He
nigga,
wasn't born bad, but that's just what's the thing. That's how you disrespect him. That's how the pigeon world is.
Yeah, but there's other ways to disrespect.
Nah, game. Guy catch your bird, like you're riding birds, your bird's clash somebody else. So you catch the guy's bird, and this guy's an asshole because he caught a couple of your birds probably during the week of last year or something. And he said, "Fuck you, motherfucker! See, I got your bird." Boom.
Yeah, that's a different dude.
Fuck, bro.
He needed psychiatric help. I bet you.
No, that's the game. That's the pigeon game, nigga. The pigeon game is vicious. People been shot,
Yeah.
thrown off rules.
over
yeah.
ripping.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just rip off they shit like with
No,
no.
listen, right?
What the fuck?
No, listen. Guy has his birds out. You got your birds out. All of a sudden, he thinks that you went to work or something. He lets his new birds out. You fucking waiting. His birds are flying. You run up to your coop. You let your birds out. Catch his new birds. Nigga, he caught my new bird. He waits for you to come downstairs and he hits you over the fucking head with a bat.
Damn.
It's intense, bro.
Pigeon wars.
It gets real in the pigeon
Pigeon
world, man.
wars.
Yeah.
Do you breed them? You also breed them?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I stopped breeding because it got too much, but my friend just gave 25 to my other friend, so we're gonna start breeding again.
Do you give them away or sell them, or do you like what do you? Or,
Know what I do? My friend told me that he needs some birds or something. I sent 50 or something birds down there. He'll breed them and stuff. And this is what's interesting about birds. So if I got 2,000 birds, right, and I have to sell my birds, I'll sell my birds. Well, some of them are really, I'll sell them like, just say I want to get rid of 2,000 birds.
Right.
I sell them for what? $20 a whop, $10 a whop, but I got 2,000 birds. All right, so I got to do what? 100 and something birds here. Then I got to do 100 and something birds to another factory or to another auction here.
so
and
you
here.
so you was flipping birds literally.
Yes. Yeah.
Literally flipping
Yeah.
birds.
Flipping birds.
Yeah.
He was literally, you know what I'm saying? You be talking, the feds have your shit tapped. Yeah, listen, I need 5 birds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, all right, I need 50 birds. All right, we got them
no,
now.
Listen, you'd be
You
surprised.
know what I'm
You
saying?
see in the hood, these guys on the roof in the hood?
Yeah.
These guys that have $200,000 in their birds. These
In
guys,
their
these guys,
Wow.
these guys don't work. They're hustlers. They got $200,000 on their roof. And like I was saying before, most of the people that started this, the guys that in the dark world, the gangsters, all the mafia from the beginning of time, they all had pigeon coops. All of them, Lucky Luciano, all those guys, they all had
Pigeon
flew
coops.
birds. Everybody flew birds.
And the way you clap is that's the language.
If you train them that way,
Got you.
some people train them whistle, some with the clap.
How do you
I like clap, yeah.
It's interesting.
Do you name them? Have you named them?
Not really, because I don't try to get too attached to them because they're going to die. It's a hawk's
Right.
go again, and I'm going to be sad.
Right.
You know?
And you have been sad, of course, over
Many
some.
times I
yeah.
cried over these birds. Sometimes the guy's too big. He takes my birds from him. Nothing I can do. You know, the big guy. If you're a rat, somebody call your birds a rat, that's the biggest insult. That's cause for fighting. Or have else getting somebody to tell us when later that
It's
night
like,
they
man, look
call
at your
to steal
little, look at
birds.
your little dirty ass rats. Like,
Yeah.
you know, get them out of
Oh,
here.
that's big time disrespect because my bird's rat. That's very offensive.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
you don't know what's going to come back after that.
It's like that in the streets too.
You
Seriously.
might take it back.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen after that.
Yeah. Benzino, do you have anything like that?
I had a
Dogs?
rabbit. I had a rabbit.
You had a rabbit?
I had a fucking rabbit. Chloe.
Wow.
Man. Yeah, when I was doing Love and Hip Hop, I had a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I taught the rabbit how to shit in the kitty litter.
Nice.
That was pretty cool.
That's good.
I used to call the rabbit, jump in my lap.
Sweet. Was it one of those big ones?
I mean, I got
The Flemish?
I got her as a thing, but then she grew. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it was an all white bunny, and I just for some reason I thought Khloe Kardashian. I don't know why. I just named her Chloe.
You like
Right
Chloe?
on.
Huh?
You like Chloe?
Oh, you know, Chloe's nice.
Chloe's cool.
Yeah, Chloe's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Chloe. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Chloe's. You know what I mean? Like I said, I find beauty in everything, Mike. You know what I'm saying? I find beauty in everything, man. I think women are beautiful species. They're a beautiful species. When
Absolutely.
God made well, I guess they said that women came from the rib. Is that
No, let's not do it. We're gonna get in trouble. They're not gonna like you no more. We keep talking about that. Don't say that.
Well, I was gonna say God made woman.
No, nigga. God is transgender, nigga. God is part woman and part man. All right, so God made women. He know women is made.
Yeah, because
women. Yeah. I'm trying to be political correct. Nigga. God ain't. No one want to hear I came from a nigga's rib. They don't listen to that shit.
No, I didn't know. So I was gonna say God broke the mold with women, but I didn't know.
Even religious preacher women don't want to hear. I'm not from them niggas.
I like that God broke the mold with women.
That's what I was like
that.
Yeah, because
sure.
I mean, think about it. Women are beautiful, man.
Absolutely.
Women are beautiful, man.
Oh
women
my
are
God, my life would not
women
be
are
the same.
interesting, huh?
Women are beautiful. It's like the most beautiful is artwork and everything, but I don't think no art, anything can top a woman. Like women are the epitome of beauty. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see a woman, you just be. Wow, I mean, a woman's beauty will just take you over. Just here, take it all. I mean, we all love beautiful women.
Absolutely. So you got your cannabis brand. You're also opening up a restaurant.
He had some, I heard. Don't you have?
Well, yeah, I had opened it. Benzino's Crab Trap.
Awesome.
Where's this at, in Atlanta?
Benzino's Crab Trap.
Yeah.
Where's it located at?
It's going to be in the South DeKalb Mall. Open up as we're going to have a grand opening. The first.
In a mall?
Yeah, it's a
How
food
do you
court.
do that in a mall? How do you put a restaurant in a mall? Tell me how this shit works.
These people had actually. I was in L.A. and
I would be. How could I work in a mall in a restaurant? I'd be all over the fucking.
No, it's gonna
place.
be dope, man. Like the mall had flew me down there. They had heard about the one I had did in Marietta, Georgia.
Awesome.
And man, yeah, all the sauces and recipes.
How's
of
the
mine.
food? Good.
All the recipes of mine.
Yeah.
Sauce is
That's
amazing.
dope.
Oh no, I got lines out the door. It's incredible.
Dope, brother.
Yeah, it's all on my gray head.
How's
Lines out the door.
Carly feeling about that?
Who? No, Mike. That's Carly's old. That was years ago.
But still, they
It
got
was
a
a
feeling
couple-
about that. I see
you know,
this
I don't-
fucking
you know,
long
I mean, I
line
don't-
in Atlanta,
I don't-
and it's from my guy. Well, hey, I want to be a part of this some kind of way again.
You know what? I don't even know, man. It's like one thing I think.
Is Atlanta that big where a motherfucker could disappear? You won't see him for
It
months
is. You know
and
what it
weeks?
is? There's a lot of trees. It's not that's that big, but it's just it's spread out and it's trees. So it ain't all. You see how L.A. everything's out in the open. Atlanta, man, you could be a couple of miles away. It's just so many trees you won't see it for months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody
How
ducked
this
off.
nigga with a bunch of black motherfuckers on you 24/7 of a day?
I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. You know what I'm saying? You know me, Mike.
great.
I'm just a hood nigga. Like I've been through so much to where it's a blessing that I could still get love. And I love that. I ain't gonna front. Like I'd be more happy. Let me take a picture with you. Yeah, come on. I'd be more happy to take one with them. You know,
Dope. Listen, man, you got to fucking experience a fucking black city. It's nothing like this shit.
Atlanta's dope.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
LA's dope. Miami's dope. I mean, Boston. Every city got something different. You know that. Every place got something different.
Atlanta's a dope
I gotta
city.
be in a quiet fucking city.
At this point in your life.
At this stage in my life, to get the best out of me, I need to be in a
Me
city
too.
like Newport Beach.
Yeah.
Right
Stay
now.
out of the
If I'm in
chaos.
LA, I am fucking over this.
I'm ducked off
this
in
is
Atlanta.
over. This is no good no more. The business is shut down. Fuck, I can't be in LA. No more fucking Tyson Ranch. I burnt the fucking fields in fucking Tyson Ranch. It's finished, nigga. Right
I
here where I
know.
need to be.
They're out there like,
Oh
no,
my
Mike,
God.
we don't
No,
need that, Mike.
Mike, no.
All that fucking money down the drain. Fuck
No,
no,
Mike.
nigga.
No.
Yeah, I know. I feel that now.
Nah, but it's good. Like love is good. Oh,
Love is
it's good, man. Like when people, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope,
Like,
man.
yeah, because
Yeah,
like shit.
absolutely.
After the Source had fell and everything, man. The feds. It was an investigation and shit. It was a whole big thing, and like pretty much lost everything. You know what I'm saying? So, with me, I think it hit Dave more than it hit me because I'm from the street. So I'm gonna get back out there one way or the other and get it. With Dave, he went to Harvard, and his parents, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure they was probably they probably wanted, they didn't want that to happen in
So
Dave.
maybe do you think Dave family said, why are you fucking with these black motherfuckers, man?
I mean,
Fucking
the
niggas,
reality
fuck
of it
shit
is,
up.
but the reality of it is Dave comes from an old school Jewish family. So, you just, I mean, if that's how they felt, you just have to respect that. And it doesn't bother me because me and Dave's relationship was always A1. So, it's I mean, you would like everybody to love each other, but if it don't, we still taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit. I mean,
Y'all guys have fun at that fucking Source place, man.
man, it was out of
Dope,
control,
man.
man. So
I believe it, bro.
man, it was shit.
That was the shit.
That's all they were
back
talking
in
about.
the
Southern
day,
Magazine. Being in South Beach was great back then, right?
Man, it was out of control, man. I ain't gonna front. I used to have hotel rooms, like 3 penthouses just right there waiting, just with all the keys right there. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was out of control. And then I had a club, Benzino's, and I gave away more bottles than probably, I didn't even make no money. I lost a couple of million on the club.
I
'cause was
couldn't
just
take
giving.
Miami either.
You like the Bee Gees?
BG's
I fuck with the
I
Bee
met
Gees.
one of the BGs.
Really?
One of them was here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Which one?
Which
I
one?
forgot one of the sons.
One of the Gibbs?
The
BGs,
Gibbs.
one of the sons
Yeah,
of
the
the
They were,
Gibbs.
yo, the Bee
They're
Gees was
dope.
probably the most soulful,
Yeah, they was
most,
off the hook.
they was
early
the
80s.
shit,
fuck.
yo.
Remember they had the young
Dope as
son,
fuck.
young brother Andy. He was even
Yeah.
bigger than him, and he OD'd and
Man,
shit.
Yeah.
man, their
He
fucking
was
songs
really
was
big.
dope.
He had Victoria Principal back then. Remember how fine she was, the one on Dynasty? Victoria Dallas, whatever.
Yeah,
show.
She was
yeah,
dope.
yeah.
She was dope.
Victoria.
You love Saturday Night Fever. Tell the truth.
Oh, it was
That was
beautiful.
come on, man.
Oh,
That was the movie. That was the movie.
Look
Yeah.
at the nigga dancing.
That was the movie. Staying Alive.
I mean, Travolta,
That was the shit.
dude.
That was the
Motherfucker,
shit.
dude.
How'd you feel when the first time you see him and he jumped off the bridge? Remember?
Listen, man, I thought the motherfucker committed suicide too. Yeah. But when the guy fell off the bridge,
What do you feel? Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
It was coming. Oh, you knew it was coming? I was
Listen, I knew somebody was going to
set
die.
off the bridge. Right? It was fucking around on it. Yeah, that was the shit. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
See, that's what's dope because them movies right there. We could talk about those movies. Them movies.
See, I don't know
shit.
what they did in Boston. Like, say I'm 10 years old, 9 years old, right? We go with like what? Around 15 guys, right? From Brownsville, Brook. We get on the train. We go all the way up to 42nd Street. And then we just fucking terrorize. We were going to fucking, we were just going to car train. You know the train, you go on the
Yeah,
train?
Of course.
Yeah.
You go on the train with
We
your
had the
crew.
orange and red line.
You
We
go
still
on the
got
train, you go on the train.
the
Listen,
over.
we went on the train with our crew, nigga. The doors closed. We robbing everything, smashing everybody, robbing, ripping their pants.
See, New
their
York
pockets.
trains are different.
We're off the fucking
Yeah,
hook,
New York
nigga.
trains
we
are
were
different.
young kids off the hook, snatching purses, chains, stripping people, neck, beating the shit out of them. The door open, we are gone. The next stop, yeah.
New York trains are different.
There
It's
are
real
animals
shit.
out there.
No, for real. Because
we were animals.
how many cars would be on a New York train?
It'd be 8 of them, 10 of them, right?
See, in Boston is, you could do all, and then you're going for you're going.
Yeah,
Like, you could
yeah,
do
yeah.
all that shit. Like New York trains, you had to
Once the
have,
New York train is going, you can't. The doors closed. You
That's
ain't
it.
getting out until
It's
the
over.
stop. The next
Yeah.
stop.
If you don't have no weapon,
that's
you're
like
fucked.
That's like 5 minutes sometimes. 10 minutes, nigga. You fucked in
Seen
there.
the Warriors?
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I got this movie idea.
All right.
You love the Warriors?
Well, it's awesome.
What about doing the rise of Cyrus and show how Cyrus take it before he got shot? Remember, you know what I'm saying? And show him how he ran the gangs. So it would go all the way up until to the end. It would be how because that's how it started.
prequel.
You know what I'm saying? It would be the prequel.
Yeah.
The rise of Cyrus.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
Right?
I was off the. Can you dig
right?
it?
Cyrus was
Can you dig
because he
it,
knew karate. Remember,
suckers?
he knew karate because his boys was at the dojo. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All them guys. In the 70s, that's what it was.
Karate.
Bruce Lee. Nigga
That was the
fuck
ship.
you up. Nigga would karate chop you. Remember those on?
You never
He
took
with
a karate,
the chuck.
Mike? Yeah, absolutely, yeah, yep.
The moon chucks, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Chucks.
Listen,
Yeah.
this is what another thing. I know people think. So we would go watch it. This is New York. Anybody from New York would know this is true, especially from Brooklyn. We would skip school, go to 42nd Street in Times Square. One person would pay to go in the movie, open the back door, and let the rest of us in. Right? We'd get in the movie theater, and we watch a karate movie. Oh, shit. And it really doesn't matter. Next thing you know, we start getting out.
fighting.
We start stepping. We stand up, get out of our seats in the movie. We see somebody there, and we say, "Ooh!" And we just give them a fucking kick in that. Boom! Start beating the shit out, start robbing them, and that's just what we did. We start,
That's
"Ooh,
insane.
bah, bah," and then everybody would just jump on them and start robbing them. And
Yo, when
stuff.
Mike tells the Robin stories, you can
That's
see it in
all-
him.
I
You
know.
just beat him. We used
No.
to just kick him and
I
fucking
know,
just.
dude.
I can't believe that. Right now, I'm
You could feel it.
I'm fortunate. I'm living well. My family. I think I used to rob people. And I used to love. I think that was the manipulate them, pick their pockets, just go rip their pockets out and just run. It's crazy.
We used to do
That's
house
insane.
invasions too.
Oh, we did that, but
We did a lot of
it with
house
the key.
invasions.
We would have a key, and I learned this from the Jamaican and the West Indian guys. They would have a key that doesn't have no affiliation with the lock that's we're breaking in the door, and they would just jam and play with it, and all of a sudden the door would open, pop. I said, how does that
Man.
shit work?
We used to go in houses, and if the houses, I remember Lil Seymour, we in the house, man. That was the first time I seen this. No lie, he in the refrigerator. I'm like, God damn.
Nah,
We didn't get
listen,
shit.
In the snack.
It was times we didn't even get shit out the
I
house.
saw him sometimes friends of mine, it would be 3 of us we bring, and I see 2 of my friends, they start fighting because they start snatching. They don't want the other
Grabbing
person to
to have
see
the shit, right?
They don't want
yeah.
the other person to see he got because they don't want
I
to
mean, the
share
first place
with
you
them.
got to go is the bedroom. It's the
Yeah.
first place you got to
You know what I mean?
You got to
They
get to the
start
bedroom.
stashing. He tried to hide stuff, not let him know that he got something, and they start fighting in the fucking house.
Yeah, see, in Boston, you had...
The fucking house that we robbing is a fight. My 2 friends are
In
fighting.
Boston, you have car
insane.
thieves, you have house invaders, you have robbers, you have, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was, everybody did something. Even like cars, see, Massachusetts was heavy for car thieves back in the day, for
Really?
stealing cars. Yeah,
I was never into that.
stealing cars. I mean, they would just grab them just to get chased.
Yeah.
Just to get chased by police. I mean, it was chase. You'd
I know
be out of
Boston,
blocks.
Boston, bank robberies big.
Heavy
Like
bank robberies.
in
Heavy
Boston.
bank robberies. Like Charlestown, you know, the Irish, you know what I'm saying?
Had big time
Yeah.
bank robberies.
Yeah, my dad was locked up with a bunch of bank robbers from Canada. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like bank robbers is heavy in Boston, too. There was a lot of banks in Boston. You know what I'm saying? You know, armored cars.
Yeah, you have to have nerve to do that shit.
That's
man.
nuts. Yeah.
I mean, imagine back when it was robbing banks in the Midwest. Imagine that shit, because there was no police. See, when the Midwest first started in America,
John Dillinger, Babyface
yeah,
Nelson,
man. The
and all
reason
that
why they
guy.
was
Yeah.
doing all that because there was no police in the Midwest. Like, it was just still nothing there.
No, it was nothing there.
Just
Know what
was
else?
One sheriff.
And know what else?
Yeah.
They were more. They had more artillery than the police.
Yeah.
Dillinger, Babyface Nelson, Pretty Boy Floyd. They were
Tommy
loaded.
guns.
Yeah,
And the police had that.
Bonnie and Clyde.
that-
They had fucking
the
10
Smith and
guns
Wesson.
in their cars.
6-shot Smith and Wesson.
And these guys got Tommy guns.
That's why they was robbing banks left and right.
Yeah.
And it took the army and the marshals to you know, special guys to come get them. Thank you, my brother.
Melvin Purvis.
Melvin Purvis,
He came to get him.
beast.
He was a beast.
Beast.
He was a fucking beast.
Melvin Purvis was.
That's
a
why it
beast.
did, because know why? He was getting too much love, and that's why J. Edgar Hoover fired him. He committed suicide after that.
Benzino, man, it's been great having you in, brother.
Man, this was dope, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Man.
Come anytime.
Come anytime. You're welcome back,
Come on,
man.
champ. Thank you, man.
Great stories.
Good shit.
That was awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Great weed.
Now, so
Great
we got to
weed.
talk about the nigga that I took the camera from. Remember before?
Oh yeah,
we
okay. This
talked
one.
about
This is the
it
last
outside?
story.
Okay.
All right. So look,
I didn't even believe he remembered. He told me that.
that's my one Mike Tyson story. So we had my club. Mike comes in. So Mike's fucked up and shit. So Mike grabs me and shit. We in the VIP section. He's grabbed me and he's talking to me. So Mike starts saying shit about something about 1804 and gangsters in Providence. He
Yeah.
was talking like he was getting deep.
Wow.
And I just was like tripping like, man, this is Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is dope. So then the dude came over and he came, the photographer, and he put the joint in his mouth like this, and he crossed his leg and he said, because he's trying to be, and he's like, next thing you know, Mike reaches over, grabs him because he had the cord around by the fucking thing, pulls him because the dude's small, pulls his shit like he chokes him from the back with the cord of the camera, pulls the thing, takes the camera off, snaps the camera in half from the lens. He got one of them Canon cameras. Threw the camera down, the dude jetted out. I'm sitting there, right? So I'm just sitting, I ain't said shit. So then I remember he said, like, that's the enemy. And I was like, all right, well, he's the
I'm
enemy
high.
then.
You
You know
know,
what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
high.
he's the fucking enemy then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, he's the enemy because he got his arm around me. He's right there. He's the fucking enemy.
Wow.
Fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out later on, and this was years later, and I found out that Jay Lash was Don King's photographer.
Oh, wow.
And now that's how it all made sense, man.
Did you know that?
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
that's
you
what-
knew
yeah,
that.
that's what
You knew who he
mad.
was.
I shouldn't have done that, but I was just
I didn't know
mad.
what the fuck happened.
That's crazy.
That's my Mike
That's
Tyson
so,
story.
dude, that's such a good one.
I can't understand this nigga remember that. That's fuck.
Come on,
Such
champ.
a good
You're
story,
the fucking
bro.
champ, bro.
It's awesome, man. Well, thank
I
you,
didn't think
dude.
of that,
Thank
I
you
would never do
again.
that in a million years now. You know, I'm so
Yeah.
sophisticated.
I know, you're so nice.
Ain't nothing mad with that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck
Yeah,
it.
man.
Stories are dope,
Yeah.
though. Stories are dope.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
this is
dude.
beautiful.
Shout out to
Come
Jay
by
Lash.
though. Jay
Yeah.
Lash, we love you, nigga.
Love you, Jay Lash.
Come
Yeah.
by more, man.
Man, I
Yeah,
would
man.
love to, man.
Anytime.
This is a
Mike,
good
Love
place.
to.
great app,
Love
brother.
to, man.
Hey, awesome
Love y'all, man.
episode. We're out of here.
Hey, man, check out Benzino's products.
Yeah, man. Boss
Yeah.
Genetics, man.
Boss Genetics.
Boss Genetics,
Go on
baby.
there.com, you know what I'm saying? On their Instagram, you know what I'm saying?
Baby.
Boss Genetics, you know what I'm saying? High TV, you know what I'm saying? We here, baby. Let's
All right,
go.
y'all. We're out of here.
Melvin Purvis.
Peace.
Love.
Hey, Melv. Melvin Purvis was a beast.
Yes, he was.